I've been trying to film a get ready with me, and honestly, to God, I'm already ready, but I still have a few more things to do. I'm going to try to film this as quick as possible to tell my story post-COVID vaccine, and hopefully I will get it done in the time that it takes, in the 3 minutes. Okay, so first off, I go to the, I start passing out. One morning, I passed out quite frequently to the point to where I, usually when I passed out in the past, which hadn't been a lot, but I had passed out before, I would pass out and, I would be tired for the rest of the day, but outside of that, I really would be able to go on with my day and be fully functioning. Well, that morning, I could not quit passing out. So I had to call into work that day, and I ended up going to the ER. So essentially, they did an EKG, found out my heart rate was super fast, basically said that that was probably more than likely what was causing it, and told me to, referred me to a cardiologist. I go to the cardiologist, they do a bunch of tests, everything came back good except when I wore my 30-day monitor. When I wore that 30-day monitor, it essentially came back and said that my heart rate was going up to the 190s every day for just a few minutes. So he puts me on a medication, start taking it. I was glad it wasn't nothing more serious, so I continue with life. That brings us to now. So about a month after that, I go get my lab work for the doctor. She tells me my liver enzymes are elevated, but it's nothing to be concerned with. So just to hold off and wait. So I'm like, okay. So I go back a year later. She does my liver enzymes again. Surprise, surprise, they're even more elevated. So I'm like, great. So she does an ultrasound. It shows fat on my liver. She sends me to a specialist. Go to the specialist. He, the whole time, is sitting there hoping that it's an autoimmune disease. So he does all the lab work, hoping that it's an autoimmune disease, and surprise, surprise, it's not. So at that point, he's just trying to figure out what it is. So he's like, let's do a liver biopsy. You can either wait a few months and do it, or you can go ahead and do it. But if you plan on waiting, I wouldn't wait too long, because it's now been 2.5 years, or a year and a half, since you got your liver biopsy, or your liver enzymes have been elevated. So I was like, okay. So I go through with the liver biopsy, and they tell me that I'm in stage 1 liver fibrosis. And then whatever it's, the fibrosis could be caused by metabolic or toxic. Another disclaimer is that they have never told me that this is caused by the COVID vaccine. It's purely my speculation. But if you work in healthcare, you know, no doctor is going to tell you that.